What if the things you do every single day to show your dog love are the exact things slowly stressing them out? Not because you're a bad owner, but because no one ever told you what your dog is actually feeling on the inside. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might change everything. You chose your dog. Maybe they chose you too. You buy them the best food. You talk to them like they understand every word, because honestly, sometimes it genuinely feels like they do. But here's the thing. Some of the most loving, well-meaning things we do every single day are being read by our dogs in ways we never intended. This isn't a video about training commands. This is a video about truly seeing your dog through their eyes, through their heart. By the end of this video, I promise you will look at your dog differently. Let's begin. Hugging your dog. Picture this. You come home after a long, exhausting day, and your dog comes running, whole body wiggling, tail spinning like they've been counting the seconds until you walked back through that door. And you do the most natural thing in the world. You wrap both arms around them and just hold on. It feels like the most loving thing in the world, and in your heart, it absolutely is. But here's what most owners don't realize. While your heart is full in that moment, your dog's nervous system may be sounding an alarm. Dr. Stanley Coren, a canine psychologist at the University of British Columbia, analyzed over 250 photographs of people hugging their dogs. In more than 80% of those images, the dogs were displaying clear, measurable signs of stress. Ears pinned back, eyes averted, head turned away. These are not signs of comfort. These are the silent signals of a dog tolerating something they didn't choose. In the canine world, placing your body weight or a limb over another animal is a social signal of dominance, not affection. Your dog's ancient instincts read that gesture very differently than your heart intends it. Your dog tolerates your hugs because they love you completely. But tolerating something out of love is not the same as enjoying it. The next time you feel that urge to hug, try a slow chest scratch or sit beside them and simply let them choose to come close. Watch what happens. Watch their body tell you yes in a language that needs no translation. Punishing them after the fact. Misty, slightly heavier, thoughtful. You've been there. You walk into a room and something is destroyed. The trash scattered, something chewed that shouldn't be. And before you even say a word, your dog is already doing that look. Head dropped, ears flat, eyes sliding slowly upward at you like they're bracing for what comes next. Every instinct in you says they know exactly what they did. Look at that face. That is guilt if you've ever seen it. And this is where so many dogs become deeply, quietly misunderstood. Dr. Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College, Columbia University, found that dogs showed the guilty look most intensely when owners acted upset, even when the dog had done absolutely nothing wrong. The guilty look wasn't about the mess, it was about reading your emotional state. That guilty look is not a confession, it is a survival instinct, fear wearing the mask of guilt. When we punish a dog minutes after an event, they cannot connect our anger to a specific past action. What they do connect, with devastating precision, is that your arrival sometimes signals danger. We'll come back to this idea of how fear quietly rewires a dog's world, because it connects to something even deeper, and we're not quite there yet. Forcing them to face their fears. Perhaps your dog shakes during thunderstorms. Maybe they freeze solid when a stranger reaches for them or panic at the sight of the vet's parking lot. And someone told you, just keep exposing them. Push through it. They'll get used to it eventually. This idea even has an official name in behavioral psychology. It's called flooding. The American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior has formally stated that flooding can intensify existing fears, create entirely new phobias, and permanently damage the trust between a dog and their owner. That trust, once fractured, is extraordinarily difficult to fully rebuild. Think about what that dog is actually living through. Their heart rate is doubled, their legs want to run but can't, and their entire biology is screaming, "This is not safe." And the one person in the world they trust above all others is the one holding them there. They don't emerge feeling braver, they emerge feeling profoundly alone. The science-backed path is called desensitization, a slow, patient process of introducing fear triggers at a safe distance, paired with something the dog loves. It takes longer, but it builds trust instead of breaking it. And trust, once broken with a dog, takes a long time to rebuild. Misreading what they're trying to tell you. Here is something that stops me every time I think about it. Your dog has been talking to you every single day in a language you were never formally taught. Dogs communicate through their ears, their tails, and dozens of micro-signals called calming signals. Every single day, they're sending these messages, and most of the time, we miss every one of them. A study led by Professor Daniel Mills at the University of Lincoln found that dogs can genuinely distinguish and respond to human emotional expressions: joy, anger, sadness, fear. They are watching our faces with a level of emotional attentiveness that most humans never extend to each other. But here's the quiet truth. We often don't watch them back with anywhere near the same attention they give us. A slow, low tail wag is not excitement, it's uncertainty. A yawn during a stressful moment is not tiredness, it's a dog quietly asking you to please slow down. When we consistently miss these signals, dogs eventually stop sending them, and a dog who has gone silent inside is not a calm dog. They are a dog that has given up, using a harsh or unpredictable voice. You would never intentionally frighten your dog, not for a single second. But sometimes, in a moment of frustration, a bad day at work, the voice comes out sharper than you meant, and you see it immediately. The flinch, the retreat, the soft, worried eyes. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that dogs trained with aversive methods, including harsh vocal corrections, showed measurably higher levels of cortisol compared to dogs in positive reinforcement environments. Cortisol is the body's primary stress hormone. When cortisol runs chronically elevated in a dog's system, the effects are real and measurable: disrupted sleep, digestive problems, increased reactivity, and something that looks a great deal like depression. Your voice is one of the single most powerful forces in your dog's emotional world. It can be the sound that means you are safe here, or the sound that keeps them permanently quietly braced. They don't need you to be perfect, they just need you to be consistent, the steady, warm presence that tells them without words, everything is okay. You are home. You are safe. Forgetting that they feel lonely, too. And now we arrive at the one that is the hardest to talk about. Not because it's complicated, but because it lives the closest to home for almost every single person watching this right now. We leave them. Every single day we leave them. We have careers and responsibilities and entire lives that exist beyond those walls, and our dogs wait, sometimes for 6 hours, sometimes for 9. A landmark study from Stockholm University documented what actually happens during owner absence: elevated stress hormones, increased heart rate, anxious repetitive behaviors, in far more dogs than we would ever feel comfortable knowing. Here is what breaks something open in me every time I think about it. Dogs don't understand time. They don't know you're coming back in 4 hours. They just know that the center of their universe just walked out the door, and they wait anyway, with a love that doesn't calculate, doesn't bargain, and never holds a single grudge. The research doesn't ask you to quit your job, but it does ask something smaller and somehow harder. Are you truly present during the hours you do have? Because here is what the science and the stories all arrive at together. Your dog does not need a perfect owner. They need you, present, awake, looking back at them the way they always look at you. So tonight, when you get home, before the phone comes out, before the TV goes on, sit down on the floor with your dog. Let them sniff your hands and read the whole story of your day. Let them press their warm weight against your leg and just be there, fully. Not as their trainer, not as the person who fills their bowl, but as their person, the one they waited for all day. Because that is all they ever wanted, from the very beginning of everything between you. If something in this video made you pause and think about your dog, even for one moment, then it did exactly what it was meant to do. Share it with someone who loves their dog, because sometimes understanding is the greatest gift we can give. Take care of your dog, and take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.